Welcome back everyone. Today we will be talking about my launch plans for February. For those who didn't know, the game does launch officially in NA and EU on February the 11th. For people that have a head start pre-order package, which we'll get into in just a second, that would be the 8th of February. So that's actually pretty soon, less than 2 months away, guys. So let's get started. So Lost Ark will be a free-to-play game starting the 11th, but if you want to start 3 days early, even the cheapest package would be enough for that. The gold pack is probably the most efficient purchase, as it gives you like 40 bucks worth of crystals, better upgrade chest, an exclusive outfit for the Western release, and a character slot as well. This pack was my initial choice, although now that I'm dead serious about going hard on Lost Ark, I will probably upgrade to Platinum to get all of the collectible stuff, plus the additional outfit for my first 2 classes, which we will get into in just a second. And also a quick tip, if you want to downgrade or upgrade your package through Steam, you have to actually refund your previous one because it doesn't work otherwise. So just go to your previous purchases on Steam, and then you can refund it, and then you can get a different package depending on what you want. Well, speaking of mains, I've been maining Deathblade in PvP for a long time now, and I don't think that will change anytime soon. In Tier 1 content, most classes will feel a little underdeveloped, as engravings, etc. aren't as, apparent yet, and some of them aren't even out yet, honestly. But I've been tinkering around with a very specific blade build later on, once we get to the later stages of the game, because I just love making builds, so we will be talking about that in a later episode of this, hopefully rather sooner than later. But we'll get to that, we'll get to that. My second choice will be Shadowhunter, actually. Although I have to admit that I've been playing more Shadowhunter recently than Blade because it's just so fluid and versatile. And I mean, I've been considering maining Shadowhunter over Blade in PvE and then just having my Deathblade as a PvP, alt. But I think what will really happen is I'll probably main both. Like, Blade will be my my highest priority, and Shadowhunter will be my second main, basically. Try to progress the Shadowhunter at a similar pace as my Blade, which means both of these characters will be, well, very developed on my account. The class is just so fluid and actually really cheap to set up in PvE if you play the identity-based build. So we will see how that goes. I don't even know if I will play that build, but there's a lot of options with this class. I just enjoy it a lot. And also the class-specific outfit from the Platinum pack I'll probably use on her, because on Blade that one is, that one's kind of bland, honestly. And last but not least, for now at least, will be a Striker. I'm normally a melee player, and Striker has such a sick theme with like all of the tiger-based abilities. I will say this though, Striker in its current state will be really rough to play at a high level in PvP. It just lacks so many different, approach angles and super armors, and honestly also damage in some departments. So I will be making an updated tier list on launch as well, so we can talk about this in more detail. But this ult will basically just be my PvE ult that helps my other characters get boosted up, and obviously I will try to progress and grow this character as well while I play the other characters. And as you may know, I love making off-meta builds, so I will try to make one for all of these classes that isn't so cookie cutter, like tier list based meta build. So we'll see how that goes. I just like feeling like a special snowflake. So most of this YouTube channel has been pretty PvP focused, I would say, both on Twitch and on YouTube. But on launch I will change that a little bit. I'm actually intending to do everything in the game, like PvE, collectibles, and obviously my plan to get rank 1 on EU once the rank system actually comes out, it didn't change at all. I peaked in Russia at around rank 22, which was 1 game away from previous master. Nowadays that would already be master, which yeah, we can talk about that PvP system change in a different section. But overall I think this is still a big goal for me. I really love the PvP. I still enjoy it a lot. They're making a lot of changes to it in Korea, some of which I agree with, some of which I don't. But overall this goal is still up there. As I said, like, I want to actually do everything. I want to beat every dungeon and the hardest difficulty, including hell mode, legion raids once we get to those. So you can you can expect a lot of different types of content once we get there. A lot of Russians will actually be playing on the EU version as well, so although there will be a lot of new players playing PvP on launch, and especially when ranked comes out, there will still be a good amount of Russian veterans competing for the same spots as me, so this will by no means be an easy task, so hopefully I can pull through. Also keep in mind though that the ranked system will probably not even be live until like a month after release, so everyone has time to get used to the game, get used to the PvE, get used to the PvP, get used to the CC systems and all of that, so no need to rush in the beginning, although obviously a lot of people already know how the game works, but overall, we will probably have around a month. There's nothing like official yet, but that was the case for all the other regions. Also, just by the way, this video will be a part of a massive Lost Ark playlist where you can find all kinds of guides regarding the PvP and like really the entire game. Just to summarize one more time, I'll be purchasing the Platinum package. My first main will be Blade, then Shadowhunter, then Striker, in that order. Third, I will be trying to complete 100% of the game. That means getting rank 1 on the leaderboards. That means beating all of the bosses in the game on the hardest difficulty. That means collecting all the Mokoko seeds and all of the other things that they are to collect. And you know, that's just what I want to do this time. I want to see how far I can push the completionism in this game, because I think there's so much to do and I want to experience everything. And last but not least, I have a lot of things planned for the time period before launch, so that would start around January, where I will try to upload a lot of different kinds of videos, guides, and all the good stuff. The first one being probably how to counter Deathblade in PvP, because I think a lot of new players really struggle with Deathblade because it does appear to be, you know, quite overpowered with the amount of super armors and knockups it has. But overall, the class actually has a good amount of weaknesses, and we will talk about those in the next video. So if you're looking more into like Lost Ark content and you want to learn more about the game, consider subscribing. You can always change your mind if you don't like it here. And also, one more quick note, I will probably be live streaming basically every single day until launch, and after launch, like 10 hours a day, I will be live over there. So if you're interested in that kind of content, I will provide that as well. Thank you for making it this far. If you did make it this far, please let me know in the comments below what your plans are for release. What classes are you gonna main? Are you gonna focus more on PvE? Are you gonna focus more on PvP? Let me know below. I'm pumped. I hope you're as well. See you on the other side. Until then, peace.